Carl Van Dyke, 407-988-9647. Sides for Murder on the Orient Express. So my first side is going to be Ratchet, who is the American. Mr. Poirot, slow up. Now I'd like to discuss that proposition I mentioned. Oh, I'm afraid it is not a good time. Oh, sure it is. Sit down. I'll be quick, I promise. Sit down. Now, I want you to take on a job for me. I take on few new cases. You'll take this one. I guarantee it. And why is that? Because I'm talking big money here, Mr. Poirot. I have an enemy. I would guess that you have several enemies. Now, what is that supposed to mean? You are successful, n'est-ce pas? Successful people have many enemies. Right! That's it exactly. You see, I've been getting some threatening letters lately, and I want an extra pair of eyes to do some snooping around. And that's what you do, am I right? Snooping? Of course, I can't take care of myself, but I'll pay you $5,000. How does that sound? All right, 10. For a few days' work. I am not for sale, monsieur. I've been very fortunate in my profession, and I now take only such cases as interest me. And frankly, you do not interest me. You want me to grovel, is that it? So that was the first side. That was Ratchet, who is, of course, an American. Let's see. That's for a young man, but I can play a young man. Yoo-hoo! This is side 4, Mrs. Hubbard and McQueen, so I would be interested in if you wanted McQueen to not be that young of a man. Mrs. Hubbard, yoo-hoo! Excuse me, waiter. You did a very nice job, and I'm leaving you something extra because of it. Excuse me, young man. Are you American? Yes, I am. I thought so. I can see from your passport. Us Americans have to stick together, you know. I believe they're made of fried chickpeas? Well, there you go. Who knew? Some people will try anything. By the way, I don't mean to snoop, but I see your train ticket sitting there on the table, and I wonder, do you know if they're providing a bus to the station? I don't think so. I believe the hotel has a private car. So that would be McQueen if you don't care if the waiter is not that young. Let's see if there are any other appropriate... Oh, here's McQueen again. So the waiter that you don't... If for some reason you don't care if he's young. Monsieur McQueen, please sit down. Oh, of course. Are they all right? They will be fine, I assure you. Now tell me, please, what exactly were your duties as secretary to your employer? Well, I wrote his letters and did his errands and things. And you knew him only as Samuel Ratchet. How else should I know him? His real name was Bruno Cassetti. Holy God! Are you sure of that? Then you know about the Armstrong case? You bet I do. My father was the district attorney for the state of New York, and he brought the case against that son of a bitch. I'm sorry, but you have no idea what he did to that family, and they were so kind to me. Can you tell us who was in the Armstrong household? Mrs. Armstrong had a sister. She went to graduate school, but after the tragedy, she moved to Europe, and I think she got married. Her name was Helena. And also, Mrs. Armstrong's mother would come to visit. She was an actress. Anyone else? There was a governess and a baby nurse, and then poor Suzanne. She was a French housemaid. She came from Paris, and my father's office thought she might be implicated, and she was so distraught from the accusation that she... Only it turned out that she was innocent. My father was shattered. He never recovered. And where were you last night between midnight and 2 o'clock? 12 to 2? I was with Colonel Arbuthnot on the observation deck. And did you see anyone last night you did not recognize? No, I saw Michelle, the conductor, and the other conductor, and Colonel Armors, whatever his name is, and Mrs. Devertom. Sorry, the print's very small. I can't read it. Um. Oh, it continues. I guess I saw him. Yeah, the same one that Michelle wears. And what did he look like? I don't know. He had his hat pulled down. He was small boned. You know what I mean? Sort of feminine. Did you speak with him? I said hello, and he just kept going. You're very helpful. Thank you. You may go. And please ask Michelle to come see me. Sure thing. I'll see you later. So that was McQueen. Let me see if there's any other sides. I'm not going to play a Belgian countess. Let's see. That might be it. So thank you for your consideration. Again, Carl Van Dyke, 407-988-9647. And if you want any more information, just let me know. Thanks. Bye.